Hey everyone, it's Mason the Bearded Man. Welcome to my channel. Tonight we are going to be going over the top scents of 2020. And I know it's 2021. I'm late. I know. But I had to solidify things in my head. And it's unique for me this year because this is my first year in the beard game and every scent is a new scent for me. I know they're not all the ones that were released in 2020 specifically. Some were, some weren't. I believe for the most part they were, but you know, there was a couple that was just like, I have to include it. I have to. So anyways, let's get down to it. In no particular order, just going from left to right of what I have set up over here. Let's get into it. So the first one I have here, I have Luxurious Bastard, and that one is the Rustic Bastard. So the Rustic Bastard is unique because it's not just a scent profile. It's an image. It's a cabin. I think about it like an old cabin with the fireplace and the swing arm for the giant stew pot to go into to cook the dinner. And I think about, you know, there's some pipe tobacco that's been recently smoked, and the wooden floors, and then there's like the worn leather garments or furniture. And then there's a little bit of smoke to it as well, which I really like. So what they said is like smoke, birchwood, a little bit of cinnamon, some leather, a ginger citrus candle on the table, which is made of sandalwood, and then some tobacco. So it's a pretty unique scent profile, to say the least. And I have to admit, I like how warm it is. I like the picture that it paints in my head. I like how long it lasts during the day. I'm a big fan of Rustic Bastard from Luxurious Bastard. Now, I know a lot of people like 1912, and I really do like 1912 as well. That'll be the honorable mention out of those two. But you know, 1912 is a good scent, but I love the picture that Rustic paints for me. All right, going on through it. Next one here is the Bearded Coast, and this one is Dark and Stormy. So I think I missed that. There we go. There's the Dark and Stormy now. So I really like this scent. It's I like wearing it to bed, to be honest with you. So Dark and Stormy is ginger beer, lime, like a spiced dark rum, and a little hint of vanilla. It's like a Dark and Stormy drink. And Scott told me he actually developed this scent by drinking a lot of Dark and Stormies, which totally makes sense. But anyway, for me, it's definitely that ginger beer, that ginger ale type scent, and it even has a little bit of that effervescence in it, which I think is fantastic. And then I like the spiced rum aspect of it. Now, Beard Octane, the ginger jamboree is kind of similar to this, but it doesn't have that spiced rum aspect to it, and I really like what that brings to the table. So this is a great scent. It's light. Like I said, it's a little effervescent. It's just something different. And I'm a big fan of this Dark and Stormy. All right, next up on the list, and this is going to be one of those oddballs for me. That I bought the full bottle because I really liked the sample that I had so much. And this is Iowa Beard Co. Tobacco Bitters. So I know Tobacco Bitters is nothing new for them. It's an OG for Iowa, but man, for a tobacco vanilla, this is one of my favorites. It was a large, you know, it was a pretty big toss-up between Sweet Embers by Weatherbeard and Iowa, but I had to give it to Iowa this year. This is like quintessential sweet tobacco, vanilla, and it's just consuming. So I know this one, no one's gonna be like, oh yeah, Tobacco Bitters, that's my jam. I'm so glad that was on his list. I was worried, but I really enjoy it. And You know, next year it's probably not going to be there because there will be so much released in 2021, I'm sure. But for this year, for everything being new, that one's on the list. Now, the next one I have here is Tailored Man, Tailored Classic. Now this is a barbershop oud scent, and it ends up being a nice, like, powdery cologne. And like that barbershop, that barbershop, but you know, it's the powdery barbershop, which I enjoy. And it's just so fresh. I don't know how else to say that. It's fresh, it's cologne-y, it's got some depth. It doesn't just stop at barbershop. It extends and it keeps going. And it plays upon itself. And this one lasts all day too. This is a great scent. I'm quite a fan of this as well. Thank you, Scott, for that one. That's a great one. Now, this is a different type of scent. I do have a lot of cologne-like scents in here and tobacco scents, but this one is Bay Area, and this is the Lightning in a Bottle scent. So Lightning in a Bottle is blueberry slushy, lemon drop, and bourbon. And it is like almost an artificially sweet, but it's a sweet blueberry. It's a tart lemon. You know, that lemon drop, it's tart, it's sweet, it's tart. And then there's that bourbon on the back note that just gives it the depth of the scent profile. And you just get, I can't say you get any burn from it, but you just get those rich bourbon notes out of it. I don't know another way to explain it. You know, like the vanilla, caramel, oaky, bourbon, you know, type scent. But none of those stick out very strong in particular. Ultimately, this is another one that I really like wearing to bed. And it's been one I keep coming back to. And I kept coming back to it, and I kept coming back to it. Because I wasn't sure if it was going to be one of my favorite scents, but I just kept using it and using it. And the more I used it, the more I liked it. So this has just naturally become a favorite of mine. But yeah, so that's Lightning in a Bottle by Bay Area. The next one we have here is The Creeper. So this is The Creeper. It is by Black Rebel. There we go. And this is a unique cologne scent. And I don't exactly know what the profile is, but it reminds me of, well, I mean, it's supposed to be a fall cologne, but it reminds me of, well, I grew up in West Virginia, so it reminds me of West Virginia, walking down in late fall when all the leaves have already started, you know, falling off the trees and decaying a little bit. And then you get some of the wisps of wind. Some of the farms have, you know, they're done mostly harvesting, but maybe there's still some corn stalks somewhere. And it's just that earthy, decaying leaf type cologne, and that's the best way I can describe it. But it's just, it reminds me of home. That's probably the main reason that I really enjoy it. But I like The Creeper. It is a great fall cologne scent. Now the next one I have here is going to be one that perhaps some of you have never heard of or never tried, and that is Main Man. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Yeah. So, and this is the Main Cave, the Man Cave, the Main Cave. Everything has a main play on it in their scents. So this one is another cologne scent. And this is one of the, I don't know, one of the first like 10 companies that I got back in the summer. And I wasn't sure about it, but when I went, because I got the whole selection, like all of their different scents, and this is the one that I really liked. And I actually have their their balm as well in this, and I used that balm to style my hair, to be honest with you, and I love the scent of it still. But if I want a really nice, good evening cologne, this is one of my go-tos. And the profile per the website is mahogany, cedarwood, amber, leather, tobacco, and bourbon. A lot of things that I really enjoy, and I will say that it just ends up being a smooth, manly scent, and I really enjoy that cologne. So next on the list, I'm happy to say I have it, is F2020, and this is by Chesapeake. Thank you, Gary, for making this. Oh, and it is blueberry, thyme, and oud. And I think it is just wonderful. It's probably, out of all of these, it's the one that I've had the least amount of time with. But I have it in the oil and the butter, and it's fantastic. I don't know, that blueberry thyme, it's earthy, it's sweet. It has some of those cologne notes to it, and I think it's just, for only a 3-cent scent profile, blueberry, thyme, oud, it's very deep, and it stays for a while on the face too. I think I could even smell this the next morning when I wore it one night, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan. All right, the only way that one could be better is if there's a little tobacco in it, I think. And even then, I think it would be a challenge to make that one better. So that's a fantastic one, Gary. All right, the next one, this one's going to be another, I guess, surprise. And it's not the strongest scent. It is subtle, but I enjoy it. And I wear it to bed a lot. And when I was first masking during the pandemic, this is one of the ones that I would always go to as well, just because it was very relaxing to me, and didn't have super strong scents in the profile. And that is Havana Beach by Renewed Man. And this one is, it's a subtle cologne scent, like I said, and it's tobacco, musk, and sea salt. So, and I think one of the reasons I like this one is because it really reminds me of being at the beach. It reminds me of just maybe smoking or somebody around you smoking a cigar, because it's not like in your face, like tobacco. It's very subtle. It's kind of like a distant tobacco, and then they have that elegant soft musk, and then you get that sea salt to just bring out that lovely beachy goodness. So I'm a fan of that one as well. It's a fan of beach. All right. Last but not least, I have one that probably no one else has, which is Beardswag. And this one is by Gingerbeards. So this is, I don't have the profile, but it is a tobacco blackberry style scent, and it is just refreshing. I enjoy this one a lot. The blackberry is definitely up front, then you get that tobacco. There's definitely a little bit of earthiness to it as well, but this is another complex scent, and this has one of the most unique carrier blends too, not that I have to get into it, but it even has silk peptides in it, so it's definitely a unique oil, and he only made, I think, like 10 of them. So I enjoy that run, and it's been one that I treasure it, essentially. I only use it on special occasions, and it's just one that, it's exciting to have. It's a collector's piece, if you will, and I really enjoy it. Anyway, so that's what I have for my top scents in 2020, or at least my top 10 anyways. If I had to go on to like favorites, I could blow this thing up and do like 100 scents, but let's be realistic here. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. My name is Mason, I'm the Bearded Meb, And appreciate your time. Come around again. Subscribe if you haven't. For 2021, I'm going to try to release 2 videos a month. That is my goal. Consistent releases. So anyways, hold me accountable, guys. Let's get to it. Happy New Year.